Should turn your volume off on that so it's not like clicking and clacking.
I really don't know how to turn off that.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Why?
I can turn off this.
What is it? Now that mute switch isn't looking so silly, huh? Let's see.
Okay, let me finish this. Message the VIPs of the chat right now. You're still at the moment YouTube, right? On YouTube. No, it's at D Villalobos. That's right. X, yeah. Oh, someone's on. Who is it? Oh, it's my wifey. Thanks, BB. Thanks, BB. Content live. Oh, okay. It's not showing up in my. I might have to do it on the actual website. Alrighty, let's see. YouTube.com. Or I guess it'd be studio. There we are. Content. They did make a link. Damn it. I'm gonna put. No, no. People should be able to. Control room. Here we are. Okay, who's on? Let's see. Hold on. Have to. Let me get a link for this stuff real quick. Share. Copy. Okay. I'll minimize that. Alrighty. Messages. Let's get this link out. Paste. What? Just the toilet with your. You sent it to Douglas too. Yeah, he told me he wanted to. Alrighty. This will wait. I want to get this music figured out while we're like trying to wait for people. Twitter, Facebook, Discord, Reddit. Alright, Discord, Reddit. Chat. Add a source. I don't know if people can hear us. Oh, we got people in. We got people joining. I mean, it says it's picking up audio input. Yeah, there's 4 people viewing right now, but no one's chit-chatting. I need to know who's in the stream. Come on, guys. Can you say hear something? Us? Yeah, I don't know. I'm using Streamlabs for the first time instead of just streaming directly from the from YouTube's website. So, Greg. Okay, Greg's in the chat. Nice. What's up, man? What's up? Come on. I know there's someone peeking. Oh, Greg thinks I'm cute too. You got competition, babe. Come on. I don't know if they can hear us. Okay. No. Just heard me. It's working. Yeah. I'll fight him. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna start playing music. I want you to tell me if. We're definitely not as delayed as we were last night. I want to see if add a source, Streamlabs music, add source. Cool. And then. Maybe I was trying to play multiple tabs at once on accident. I don't know. I feel like I should just delete this. Probably for now. Alright, cool. Let's open up the store. 2 viewers. Okay. I sent messages to like the people that normally show up. So probably give them a second, which is good because that was actually a purple bar. I mean, I can actually slide that back. No, this was here. This was here the whole time. Oh, okay. That's the like length of the song. All right, I'm gonna go with
Just start from the top. Okay, so this music probably sounds like ass, huh? Because it sounds like ass on my end. Hey, what's up, Loso? Loso Banks?
Yep.
Oh, no. Okay, alright. I apologize for this music. I don't know why Streamlabs music is not working right.
It's like it was working great last night. And then
Okay, that might be a delay until it pauses. I can also delete the source. There we are. Okay. Cool. Alright, alright. Who's in the chat? We got Loso. I know Greg's in here. What is here? I can't see. I wish I could see who's viewing so I can call them out.
Feeling good?
Do 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 do. Come on!
I wish that was
okay. We're up to 6. We're up to 6. I feel like that. Those are the people are here right now are the ones that are VIPs. So, I feel like you're here because you got a link. So, what's going on, guys? What's going on?
Mute my phone so nothing happens. Flick the button.
Watch the first stream I do, nonchalant, not planned, not put zero effort in. Really cool, really fun stream, and this one's just gonna be like dead.
Right.
It's knowing in my luck. It's usually how that goes.
All right. Well, I guess we should probably just get it underway.
Yeah. Okay. All right. We'll just. I guess it'll save as a VOD anyway. So, I at least want Deathstalker in here. We got Loso in here, but Deathstalker is the one that was like hyped up the most, and Justin. I don't know where Justin is. Deathstalker. There you are, man.
What's
okay,
up, man.
I was like, I knew you would be coming sometime. But then, where is Justin? He was messaging me at like 4 a.m. He might still be asleep, honestly. Okay, is the audio, the microphone good? I'm going to talk about Xbox case, digital versus... Yes, yeah. I'm going to talk about that. We got a few subjects we're going to be looking into. The first thing I want to get out of here is the whole PlayStation showcase. Since we had the Nintendo Direct, I feel like it's...
PlayStation's not doing
I'm a little worried about PlayStation now because all they're pumping out this next year are these live service games, right? And PlayStation's built their reputation on being big single player games, and it's not like we're not gonna get those at all, but it just feels like a weird situation where Xbox Showcase was like primarily just all these single player games, right? We got Starfield, Fable, Avowed, right? And that's cool. Like, I'm excited for those, but or the Ubisoft ripoff. Oh yeah, okay, all right. We'll talk about the Assassin's Creed Legendary Pack. Legendary
Pack. I think he's talking about the Skull and Bones.
Maybe. Yeah, no, the backlog is gonna be super good time. If you're like primarily on PlayStation, you're gonna have a lot of time to hit up that backlog. Unless you're excited, I will admit the only game that I'm interested in is that Square Enix Foam Stars.
Foam Stars.
That one I think is gonna be really fun.
The Splatoon clone.
Yeah, it's basically Splatoon. But other than that, like, I don't really see a huge. I don't know. The games...
I would actually call it a Splatoon clone only for the fact of it's exclusive to PlayStation instead of being on all platforms.
Greg, what does that mean? So I don't know if you mean... So when you said Ubisoft thing, I'm assuming you mean the Assassin's Creed stuff, but he was talking about there's a Skull and Bones game that's coming out. That's basically... there's already a game on Xbox called Sea of Thieves. It's just basically a pirate arcade simulator kind of game.
Backlog is games that you haven't played.
Oh, backlog. Yeah, it's like a library of games you haven't gotten to yet, right? So if you have like my entire bookshelf behind me, right? There's most of those games are on my backlog, meaning I bought them, probably played them just to try them, and then I haven't really touched them since because I'm working on all the games that are coming out and all that crap. So,
So I gotta go back and beat it.
Yeah.
Just like one of my backlogs is Days Gone. Never played it. Finally
that's
got
on my
it.
backlog too, actually. I literally bought it, played it for an hour, and haven't touched it since.
I haven't touched it yet.
Then what game was it that came out recently? Oh, the Jedi Survivor, Tears of the Kingdom.
Yeah.
So many games. Anyway, but that's okay. So let's reel it back here real quick. I mean, I do have a digital backlog as well. I do have some games. My entire Switch library is digital, so technically, yeah, I could be either way. Let me turn the mic down a little bit because I feel like it's peaking a little bit. Hello? All right, that should be good. But anyway, so yeah, I'm just feeling like a lot of the PlayStation games that were showed off are not my cup of tea, and that's just my personal problem. I think you're in the same boat. I mean, there's a few that look interesting.
There's a lot that like caught my interest, but the problem is, again, a lot of these are live service games, and
Deathstalker,
and we're not just compared to Xbox's showcase and Nintendo's Direct, and even just Capcom. We got a lot more fleshed out stuff on a lot of the games, and
PlayStation, what they did show off, it was like 90% CGI trailers. Yeah. Not even trailers. Like the game they opened with, was it Fair Games?
Yeah,
that was like.
It was a CGI.
No, that was a trailer, but yeah, it's just all CGI. But there were a few games where it was just like a title screen, basically. Like here's a splash screen, a little animation, and it just felt super like kind of rushed. Honestly, it genuinely didn't feel like, even the way they announced like PlayStation Q.
Ashley.
Okay, love you, babe. But yeah, like the way they announced PlayStation Q, right? Like they kind of was just like. It felt like they released it not because they wanted to, but because they wanted to get ahead of the rumors or something. Because it was already starting to leak, right? We were already hearing the rumor mill go about, oh, we got PlayStation handheld coming out, and everyone's expecting like a PS Vita. And I feel like Sony knew that if they let those expectations get too high, I mean, people are already disappointed. Majority of people are already disappointed that's not a dedicated handheld, right? And I feel like going forward, it's going to be one of those things where once we get it, I think people are going to, like, now that we know about it and know exactly what it is, just a streaming device, it's going to be a much better launch for them. But if they had waited a year from now, the PlayStation Q, is that what you're talking about? But yeah, I can get a clip for it if that's what you're talking about. Let me know. Yeah. But yeah, it's just one of those things where the whole thing felt rushed. And I mean, Nintendo, I mean, I don't know if any of you watched the Nintendo Direct, yesterday, the day before, 2 days ago now. Phenomenal. I don't think it's what everyone was wanting, right? Everyone wants new Switch, new this, that, and the other. But I think what we got...
There was no new hardware, which probably disappointed a lot of people.
Yeah, for sure.
But a lot of the games coming, and even was even some announced DLC for some games. Like, I never played it, but, honestly, if it did look like a fun game to play, was Mario and Rabbids Sparks of Hope. They added a DLC to that game.
Yeah, I know me and Greg, actually, we bought the first one, the just Mario and Rabbids Kingdom Battle, I think it's called. We have that on the Switch. He might have sold his, actually, because he bought that physically. I bought mine digitally, so can't sell it. I love him more. Oh, I see Greg. Yeah, so the thing is, yeah, it was okay. Oh, Kingdom Battle. Yeah, I mean, it was okay. I didn't feel... I played a little bit of it. And I know that Sparks of Hope added a lot of stuff. But, I mean, that was like DLC. I'm thinking of all the new games they released, like Super Mario Wonder. Super Mario Bros. Wonder. That looks really cool.
We had a conversation, called it that they were going to bring out a new 2D.
Yeah, no, 2D Mario. And then Super Mario RPG. I know a lot of people are excited for that. God. But, I mean, I don't want to focus too much on the Nintendo Direct right now. The overall arcing point I'm getting at is the Nintendo Direct was really good. A lot of games, you could tell they put time into it, and there's a reason they probably went last, was because they knew that they needed to compensate, right? Let everyone else go first, we'll finish it off, done. Xbox, it was banger after banger, right? And I think what helps the most is a lot of those games that they announced coming to Game Pass, day one, right? Like, even the third-party stuff, the Persona games, super excited. Game Pass, I don't have to spend any additional money on my Xbox, right? And these are $70 games each game. So, right, over the next year, we're looking at $70 here, there, or what? Probably there's a good
probably $500,
6-7 games I'm interested in that are probably $70 each. So, and then you look at PlayStation. I guarantee you, Foam Stars is going to be like $40 at least. I doubt that's going to be a free to play game. If it is, kudos to them. But then we're going to deal with microtransactions. But I feel like people are kind of used to that now because, you know, a live service game. But it's just one of those things where I feel like...
Does Splatoon even have microtransactions?
They have just free events and stuff. I don't think they have actually like DLC. Not like for multiplayer. I know Splatoon 2, I think, had like a single player or story add-on or something. Justin! There we go. I was waiting for him, dude. Justin's like... Justin, Loso, and Deathstalker, but he's messing with his dog. Loso, are you still here, man? What are you doing? You're too quiet, dude. I will say it was nice to have all those games without individuals buying them. Yeah, and that's the thing is I did want to talk on because I was talking to Deathstalker, so I'll wait till he comes back in the chat, but he was talking about... Same with Loso Banks. We were talking just last night about the whole Game Pass thing. And or even PlayStation Plus Extra, right? Whatever subscription service is, it's a really good deal for anybody who doesn't want to be spending $70 at a time, and especially if you're not really wanting to. Perfect, Deathstalker. We're talking about Game Pass. Getting some. You know, I haven't eaten. I'm just drinking a caffeinated water because.
No, we woke up.
I'm fucking fat and I'm trying to lose weight.
We were up hella late.
Yeah, we were up to like 4 a.m. trying to figure this stream out. You just started. I don't flood your comments. Oh, you're good. I mean, honestly, the more comments, the better. Because we'll get off track, but if it's with you guys, I'm okay. That's why I wanted to do live streams along with videos, because I like to rant.
That's the whole point of this.
But I want to rant with you guys. So whatever you want to talk about, we'll go into. But yeah, Game Pass, just to recap that, like... Phenomenal services. That is good for the algorithm. He got a point there. But yeah, phenomenal services. Really good way to just have a bunch of games. And you can subscribe. I think the best part about the subscription model is you can jump in and out, right, when there's a game you specifically want to play. Because now if a game gets added on to the platform, you can just spend $15. Play it, beat it, move on, right? Unsubscribe.
Well, $16 now because Xbox is going to be increasing.
Oh yeah, Game Pass is increasing in price. Can I talk about that? It's like $2 for Ultimate, which I mean, $2 could be make or break for some people. So
$17.
Yeah, it's like $16.99. But yeah. So I don't know. I'm just really upset about PlayStation.
Like, I don't know. $18 doesn't sound too much for me. That's like a high end Netflix account. Having 5 screens.
I would definitely get more value out of a Game Pass subscription than Netflix, though. Personally.
Exactly.
But yeah, I don't know, guys. I don't know how you guys are feeling about, like, how many of you have all the consoles, like, or a 2, right? Xbox, PS5, even Switch, whatever. Like, if you're playing on all these systems, like, I mean, the third-party games are obviously, like, we got Metal Gear Solid 3 Remake. Yeah, no, they announced the price change literally yesterday. I think literally yesterday. It's going to take effect like next month. Thinking about reducing myself to 1 console. Okay, well, which console would that be? Because I feel like there's more reason to have Xbox connected now going forward. Maybe not right this second.
But going forward.
Yeah, $2 more for that. But I think I really want to get some music in here, by the way. And every time I do, it just sounds like ass. I have all the Xbox system. Just want to get a PlayStation 5. Can't wait. So what games are you looking forward to on the PS5? Let me ask you that, because I am genuinely curious to hear from somebody. I haven't heard from somebody yet, whether talking on Twitter, chatting in some comments on YouTube, whatever. I have not seen a single person yet say that they're genuinely excited for any of these exclusive games coming to PS5. And I think that's another takeaway point is Game Pass is working really well for Xbox, because while I think over half the games PlayStation announced, they are coming to Xbox, right? They were, Helldivers 2, I believe. That's a PlayStation 5 exclusive? I think no. I think Helldivers 2 was. I know Spider-Man 2, Helldivers.
I guess Helldivers 2 was exclusive.
Foam Stars. There's a few games, but the other half of that stuff was all coming to Xbox or PC. I don't have any specific games, just the next gen in general. Yeah, and that's why I've been telling you from the get-go, like, if you want to jump to the next gen and you don't want to spend all this money on games, again, the Series S, right, with Game Pass, like, that's the best combination to just budget gaming, you know, like, you don't have to spend, you just, a few $100s on the console, even cheaper now. I think Verizon was doing that deal where it was like $150 for a Series S at one point. And a Game Pass subscription, you know, yeah, it's going up a couple bucks, but again, $16. You know, your free to play games are still free to play, right? Your War Thunder, your Fortnites, whatever. What are you looking at?
Royalty free music.
Just Streamlabs Music. It has you can go to their website on there. Hold on, let me catch up on some of these chats. Uncharted, Lost Legacy, Uncharted 4. Yeah, so, I mean, if you have a backlog on there, for sure. Like, that's what I'm getting at, is I understand if you haven't played a lot of the, like, PS4 games, basically. I know Ratchet and Clank is PS5, but Returnal, like, Uncharted 4, all that stuff, like, that's going to be a PS4 game, basically. I have like 7 Sony games I got to catch up on when I get a PS5. Okay, for sure. War Thunder is my shit. Not for everyone, but definitely for me. Yeah, and that's the thing is I think that unless there's a game, obviously, that's sticking to that one platform, like, I don't feel... And I think Greg is unique because he has not built up anything of a digital library. So he has no commitment to... I don't know if that'll just sound good. Let me try adding the music one more time.
Oh, so if I had a little speaker.
I don't want to do all that. It's probably dead. It's fine. But yeah, War Thunder is, I mean, that's on Xbox, right? So,
yeah.
and I'm pretty sure that game has cross progression.
I think War Thunder is on PlayStation, Xbox. It's a free to play game.
Yeah, and but the thing is there's a game like Apex, right? Antonio, for example.
But wait, yeah. There's coding found that cross progression might be coming in Season 18.
Season 18. Okay, all right. I mean, they've been working on it for, since the launch of these next gen
taking
consoles.
Fucking forever.
It's been 3 years.
God,
pushing 3 years. But I mean, there's games like that, like Apex for Antonio. That's kind of was the big game that was stopping him from using. Like that's how I started using my Xbox. Is I use it just for my multiplayer stuff. It does. It's basically a port. Yeah, exactly. And I mean, there's another thing too. Is I mean, in your situation, like a gaming laptop, have any campaign modes? Does it have campaign? I don't play Apex.
No, Apex doesn't have a. It's a just complete.
It's like a yeah.
It has a story of lore if you like pay attention to that universe. But the thing is, it's not prevalent, but it's the same universe as Titanfall 2. Apex games, like if you play Titanfall 2 at the end of the storyline, the main guy that made Apex gives your main character this card for the Apex games. So that's how they pretty much introduced it in Titanfall 2. Apex was like planned to be a live service, just battle royale game. But they're constantly making updates to it and adding new game modes and events. And like it's not just battle royale. Yeah, I mean it's not, and I wouldn't say it's like Fortnite, but it's got.
The few times I played Apex, they were doing like team deathmatch sort of game modes that they cycle through that kind of stuff.
So
right?
yeah, they had a TDM that they got rid of that's not going on right now, but they have brought back what's called Control, which is like domination, but it's a little different. The fact of that like there's a spawn system, like you can you have your base, point A, point B, point C, and that goes each way, and like you can't spawn on point B if you don't, let's say you're on team's point C side, if you don't have C captured, you can't spawn on point B. And then you kind of want to go down the line, and then if you capture all 3 points, you can lock them out and win the game early.
Greg says it's kind of a cool lore, but kind of repetitive. I'm assuming he's talking about Apex.
Probably.
Yeah, I mean the long load times. That's a you being on PS4 problem, if we're being honest. But yeah, and I think that he has an SSD upgrade. I'm pretty sure. I think we talked about that.
So, but like, it's one of those games that you don't need the lore to get into. It's just if it's a battle royale. I like it because it has a
the Switch version of Apex not optimized. EA did not put any effort
Nah.
into releasing that. The PS5 and Xbox Series versions of Apex is really good. They also shut down Apex Mobile, which kind of goes to show you how poorly they were just managing all of that. But
I'd say Apex Mobile was good. It's just it didn't.
I'm not saying it wasn't
good.
I'm saying they didn't manage it well. They didn't. They weren't keeping it up to date with stuff regularly, like the console version. They weren't advertising. I saw one ad for it in Apex for console. You're not going to be able to get your console people to do. Yeah, no, Apex was fun. I played Apex Mobile, but they didn't advertise that. And the only place I ever saw ads was on Apex. And as a console gamer, I'm not interested in the mobile thing, right? So if they're only basically advertising it to the console players, that's not how that works. You need YouTube ads for that crap,
I played it a couple times when I was at work. But that was it. And it's when I had some downtime.
Yeah. So I'm thinking Loso, he was talking about the whole digital versus physical.
Yeah.
So I want Loso, if you can, go ahead and type up your opinion on the whole Loso thing. What the fuck am I saying? Digital, physical thing. Yeah, I'm a console gamer too. I do have a gaming laptop. Technically my wife does, but she doesn't use it. I'm just a console gamer. I don't have the time to fiddle around, and I also like retro stuff. And yeah, you can emulate, but whatever. Let's see. WWE 2K23 just came out a few months ago, and the standard edition isn't available, making you spend money on cross-gen bundle when we have Xbox Series X. We don't have Xbox One. Also, digital is $70. So how much is the physical copy? Because he was showing me some games that were like $10 on Amazon, but he'd have to wait for it to be delivered and stuff like that, versus there's a mobile League of Legends game called Wild Rift. I'm assuming League of Legends, right?
It's like League of Legends style.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I've never really been into... Those are like MOBAs, right? Is that what those are called? Yeah, I don't know. I've never really played one just to know if I don't like it or not. But anyways, so the whole thing about the whole digital versus physical. I know Greg very much physical only. He's very much on the whole I want to own it camp. Same with me. But Loso prefers digital. But the problem with digital that he's discovering is they're going to charge you full price, right? If you look at Call of Duty on digitally, right? Copy like Call of Duty Ghosts, if it's not on sale, of course, because something usually goes on sale. But that shit's they'll charge you easily $100 for the gold edition, whatever. Yeah. And then you can go pick up a copy of that for like $14 at GameStop, And it's one of those situations where I completely understand that frustration.
Physical's 23, some 10. I like digital because you can play right away. Download physical. You gotta wait a few days.
Oh, Greg's got a list. He knows. Yeah, they charge you full price digitally, which is what Loso was
physical.
About.
You gotta wait a few days if you want it shipped to you. But if you go out and just grab it, then
what just happened?
My
computer went beep. Okay, I'm gonna move the keyboard away so we don't mess anything up. Them ugly mix. Oh yeah, no, Loso's talking about the stupid Xbox cases, man. This is a very niche problem, very stupid. But there's a YouTuber called Scott the Waz, a very huge retro game YouTuber. He made a whole video recently on just like Xbox, like the way they're not consistent whatsoever
with their game cases.
Awful. That's not a reason why I didn't go physical for Xbox. I start collecting physical games, but the more I think about it, that would piss me off because I like my digital. I like my bookshelves. So, but yeah, if you don't drive, let's see, you don't get access after the server goes down. But the only thing
that's multiplayer.
Well, no, it's not even that. Like, Nintendo's a good example, right? Like, if you had a Wii and you bought a ton of games on the Wii Shop channel, then there's no way to get those games ever, right? They shut down the servers, you can't even re-download them. But Nintendo's been the only one to have that problem. PlayStation is kind of in the middle where you can still buy your games on PS3, and I'm sure once they shut the stores down, you'll be able to re-download your content on the stores and stuff. But yeah, for a while I'd assume. But again, even eventually they'll shut that down, which he's right. Like someday, right, it could be 30 years from now, but you're not going to be able to play that. And then it's not really a thing after the Switch, the no campaigns. It's not really a thing after the Switch to no campaigns. I don't know I don't understand.
Yeah.
Justin, I'm still here. Just got done eating. So what? I missed, bro. Why are you worrying about PlayStation? Oh, okay. Just recap. Sorry, I forgot he was eating. The Mugly cases make me not want physical. I'm gonna have to go physical because it's cheaper. I don't want to pay 70 or 60 when I can pay 10 on Amazon. It's killing me. I love digital. I've already re-downloaded my games on PlayStation 3. Yeah, I mean, there's multiple ways to combat this. Real quick though, for Justin to recap, I just the showcases. I don't know if you watched any of the showcases, but if you just watch them back to back, again, unless any games specifically look interesting on PlayStation. They're the games they've been announcing have looked garbage. They're not what Sony has come. They've built a reputation on big single player cinematic experiences, and they're really pushing their live service. They want to be like 60% live service, 40%. Standard traditional games is what they call it.
And then 20% of those standard traditional games are supposed to be new IPs.
Yeah, and then like half of that's going to be new IP, so that'll be a hit or miss. And so it's just like the future of it seems a little jarring for me, and something that it's not why I bought a PlayStation initially. And Xbox is on the flip side. Their showcase, bunch of single player games, right? All these games, Fable, Avowed, Starfield.
I mean, Greg, that's what live service games are.
Games not having campaigns with it. Oh, well, yeah. Any live service game. And that's another example, right? As a collector or as somebody who wants to preserve my media, regardless if it's physical or digital, right? Because even if you buy digital games, you can still save those, right? Yeah. On a hard drive. You can back those up in a way. And people are like, oh, well, the hard drive could fail. Like, yeah, but your house could catch on fire. At this point, your hard drive failing is probably as likely as your house catching on fire. These hard drives are really good quality nowadays, not like they were 10 years ago. I haven't been watching the showcase, but the only thing I've seen is interesting is Spider-Man 2. I was hoping to hear more about Wolverine. Yeah, I'm upset they didn't do anything. Oh, they didn't do anything for Wolverine.
We didn't have any notification of Wolverine.
I'm in the same boat as, does your friend do half and half when he can't find it? So he is pretty much all digital. He just bought Final Fantasy 16
physical.
Yeah, so he's kind of all digital, and I'm all digital on like Switch. I went full digital just because the form factor of the Switch, right? It just makes more sense to have all my games with me. I'm gonna regret that. I feel like I'm gonna regret that someday. Probably, right? The way Nintendo handles this crap. But it's just overall like Xbox, if we look at the way they handle digital purchases, this is my classic example, probably sound like a broken record, but Call of Duty Black Ops for the Xbox 360. Not only can you purchase it for the Series X, but you can they've brought that over. And you could say, oh, well, that's Activision doing that. Well, no, because it's not Activision doing that. It's the way Xbox has structured their not their Game Pass, just their Microsoft Store, right? If you look at Nintendo, they're like, oh, we got the Wii Shop channel. Oh, then we got the Nintendo eShop for Wii U and 3DS. Oh, now it's the Nintendo eShop, right? Stupid. They change the store every freaking generation.
They're changing the structure and the integration it works with each console.
Yeah, so you can't have that backwards compatibility. But then you got PlayStation who... they have, I mean, even if you look at like PS4 to PS5, they communicate very well, but they're still very structured differently. Structured their
SD card space.
Wait, hold on. Nintendo Switch, you have to worry about SD card. Yeah, I mean, but you can put a 1 terabyte. I have a 256 in my Switch, and I have probably 20 games, including Breath of the Wild, Tears of the Kingdom. I'm set. I probably will get like a 0.5 terabyte.
That's the one that Nintendo, like, yeah, you gotta worry about SD card, but their file compression for games is so good.
Oh, yeah. People were talking about, so Tears of the Kingdom's like 16 gigs. But then if you were looking, a lot of people were upset because the Metal Gear Solid Master Collection, that crap is only gonna have like 8 gigabytes or something on the card. You'll have to download the other 20-something odd gigabytes for all the games. So even if you get the physical copy of that collection, you're still going to have to download most of those games.
So it's better to get that digital.
If
you're going to go Switch, at least.
Well, I mean, yeah, but it just goes to show that optimization is the key focal point here when it comes to that stuff. But that's what I'm saying is Xbox has a very well optimized their storefront, right, from the get-go. Xbox 360, and they've just built on it over the years, versus PlayStation's restarted after the PS3, they restructured going to PS5, so it's not absurd, but it still works, right, versus Nintendo, who is the worst of the bunch.
Yeah.
Let's see, Nintendo Switch. No, I get it. I mean, if you can't afford a good SD card, I get it, right? I'm not trying to say like, oh, well, that's an easy fix. But what I'm saying is, if you compare that to, a micro SD card is a lot cheaper than getting SSD for your PS5, right? Or even the Seagate, or the little expansion memory cards for the Xbox. So when it comes to expanding your storage, Switch is actually on top on that one, especially because they went with like a really open. Well, PlayStation did too. The M.2 drive is it's an open format.
Though it's an expensive thing.
It is still an expensive thing, but the speed of it
I spent
too.
$150 on my 2 terabyte.
Yeah. We don't want to talk about that. I bought my SSD for my PS5 like near launch, so I spent like $220. You're saying they don't come stock with SSD? No, the PS5 has built-in storage, right? Both consoles do. The PS5 has like 825 gigabytes, which is a really weird number. And then
I think it comes out to 500 gigabytes after.
Yeah, it's like 500 to 600 gigabytes after the whole system software. And then the Xbox has 1 terabyte on the Series X, half a terabyte on the Series S, and so they're not. Hold on. So that is built in, but you can expand it, right? You can expand it with. Hold on.
We just talked about the mismatch. In case bother anyone else on Xbox.
No, yeah, it pisses me off. So this is the expansion card for Xbox. Oh wait, that's the camera. Yeah. I don't know if it'll focus, but it's just a memory card, right? And this is it's basically an M.2 drive, but it's tiny and it's encased, so it is proprietary. That's the problem.
It's built just for Xbox.
PlayStation fanboy here. I don't care. Oh well, I mean, Greg's just like straight up. But then PlayStation decided to go with like a standard M.2 drive that you would put in like a PC. And which is better, but a little more convoluted. This I can hot swap. So I just pulled this out of my Series S. There's a couple games on here that if I wanted to play on my Series X in the living room, I wouldn't have to, I wouldn't have to re-download it, whatever. I could just take this out, pop it in, kind of like bringing your saved data over to a friend's house back in the day on a PS2.
But that's just expensive right there. That's $100.
Yeah, this I paid $220 for. And this is only a 1 terabyte. I don't know, you probably can't see that, but it's a 1 terabyte, $220. This has not gotten much cheaper. I think just this month, this gone down $50 because this is by Seagate. Western Digital started making them as well. So there's a little competition there, but versus the M.2 drive, you have manufacturers in China making $100 2 terabyte M.2 drives.
As long as you're willing to put up the heat sinks or
and I mean that is a thing. This has a built-in heat sink, right? This metal casing around is the heat sink, and then there's some more stuff inside the Xbox where the slot goes into. But with the SSD, it's like it's more options, but there's also more risk because I bought a Western Digital one branded for PlayStation for $220.
We don't have any examples of the different Xbox cases, do we?
I don't have any Xbox cases. I mean, I have some 360 cases, but I don't have any of the ones.
But I mean, the 360 was the same format, though, and the same size, color, and everything, other than the digital arts of each company's game. I think they're talking about the literal case itself. What would be the green?
No, so what Loso's trying to figure out, his problem is between, obviously, he wants to go digital.
Okay.
Because it's more convenient for him. He doesn't have to wait. He doesn't have to go buy.
Right.
I have a 4 terabyte external hard drive on my Series X. Yeah, the external hard drives are fine, but you just can't play those optimized games, right? You can't play the Xbox Series version. That sounds expensive. Yeah, no, this is optional. You don't need this. This is just like.
But it's just like how I have my 8 terabyte external hard drive that I got for my PS4 that I can use my PS5, but I can't play any PS5 games off it.
Yeah, and but real quick to get Loso an answer, I I would tell you to go physical, just because one, you could resell games. I think that's the thing I miss the most about the Switch. 4 TB external, how much?
That's true. That's true. They could talk about that.
The what?
They could talk about. He's asking Death
Oh, gotcha. Okay, yeah. But yeah, so I would say go physical because there's the nuisance of having to get it or wait for it to deliver. But at the same time, you can resell them. I think that's a big thing, being able to sell the games. But another thing is, I think when I talked to Loso, he primarily plays sports games. And sports games are a terrible series of games to be having this conversation with because they drop in value immediately. And by the time you're ready to sell them, again, they drop in value. And
they become a niche subject because the roster change.
Yeah, the roster change as you get closer to the new year. But also EA, the companies who make these kind of games, very money hungry. So you bet your ass they're going to be charging you, unless you wait for a good sale, you're going to be paying full price all year long, And it's just one of those things where I feel like if we're looking specifically at sports games and you have FOMO, right, the fear of missing out, gets the better of us. I try to fight the FOMO. Resident Evil 4 was a good example. I knew I wasn't going to play that immediately. And I knew that I'm not going to spend $70 on that. I buy sports games when they're $6. I don't buy day one anymore. I used to spend $120 a year on Madden 2K. I wait for sales. Okay, yeah, and then that's what I'm saying is those sales happen digitally all the time.
Justin, your 8 terabyte external hard drive collecting
what is that?
Or
I have 8 terabyte external hard drive, which I didn't even need. At this point, my Xbox Series X is collecting dust. Okay, well, you see, Justin, last we chatted, you've been playing some retro games lately, okay?
That 8 terabyte will let you pretty much download almost the whole Game Pass library, though, and have it all and pick whatever game you want to choose from whenever you want it.
As long as they're not optimized.
Yeah, as long as they're not optimized.
But a lot of the games on...
Well, the thing is, that 8 terabyte, you can put all the 360 retros, Xbox, Xbox One, Series S games on that hard drive, and then the optimized Xbox X games on his actual Xbox X.
Well, the thing, too, is something that people, I feel like, don't talk too much about, is retro games rule. I just bought a fucking CRT. Like, yeah, I got committed. I'm still at that level. What?
Maybe at the end of this stream, we can give them a little bit of Battlefront 2, our campaign.
Oh, yeah, sure, okay. Yeah, y'all spending way too much on storage. Just wait for the disc to be like $20. Well, that's not even the case anymore. Because Modern Warfare 2, for example. Modern Warfare 2, right, the newest Call of Duty, disc had 7 megabytes. You have to install the thing anyway. Even other games. Like, there's very few games nowadays where all of the data is on the disc.
The only reason I got Final Fantasy 16 physical, is because all the data is right there on the disc.
Yeah.
I will be able to enjoy that game 10 years from now.
With no day one patch, no server updates, none of that crap, right? He'll be able to pop it in.
Like, I wanted to buy Resident Evil 4 physically, but I didn't, only because there's a day one patch and there's already free DLC for the game that as soon as the server shut down, doesn't matter. That's gone. Even if I had that disc physical, I would be losing out on some of the patches that they already did day one for some of the rendering of the graphics for the rain and other visual effects. Mm-hmm. And then on top of that, the Mercenaries mode. If I ever uninstalled the game and then put it back in with the disc, I would lose out in the Mercenaries mode.
Oh, that's true. But you could also probably buy a disc later down the line.
That
would probably have it installed. They usually do that. Solosa said, I like to keep my games, even if I pay 60 or 50 GameStop will usually give me 20. Yeah, no, I mean, I didn't want to say sell to GameStop when I said sell them. I mean, I have sold some games to like local video game stores. There's a retro game store in Roseville. Absolutely love them. I brought in a bunch of older games. Not even games that are like high value, right? Just some random like crap games that I didn't want. And they gave me like $200 for all that, and you're losing money, right? Unless the game shoots up in price, right? As it gets older, you're going to lose some money. But my point is you can recoup some of that loss towards your next game, right? Especially if it's a sports, again, your situation's a little unique because these sports games are not holding their value. Justin says, he said, that's because I'm not interested in modern gaming, so I will admit. Yeah, and I mean, again, I do intend on doing some more retro stuff on the channel. I have some announcements to make a little near the end as we get closer, probably to the hour mark. I'll announce that. I'm at the point in my life where I want to save my games, keep my systems for years. I always sold, reborn, sold. I'm not. Yeah, and that's what I got to. My wife got pissed at me because I went through. I'm on my 4th Series S, and my 3rd or 2nd series. I think it's my 3rd.
Series X?
The Series X. I'm pretty sure. Maybe my 2nd.
It's your 2nd.
Is my 2nd. The PS5 is the one console I didn't get rid of because I knew they were hard to find. I wanted those exclusives. But if I had to sell a console right now, if I had to decide something to sell, I would probably sell the PS5. I know that sounds a bit extreme, but that's just where I'm at right now.
I mean, yes and no, Greg. I mean, it depends on how much people want. I mean, there's still enough out there that's not.
No, I did evaluation on this. Just behind me, these 2 shelves alone are almost $5,000 in games, and some of them I bought, like, even last year I bought what I was thought a high price. Like, I bought Animal Crossing for I think $50 something like that. Now it's like $80-$90, and I was like, nice. Like, cool.
I picked this up early.
5th Xbox Series X. Oh, Los is on his 5th one. Is that what you're saying? 5th Xbox? That's crazy. Hey, okay, so I know Los is here. I know Greg's here. Who else is here? We only got 3 viewers. Some people left. Did Justin leave?
Your baby left.
I know. What? I know. She left a while ago.
Yeah.
Exactly. Digital is valueless. I mean,
it's not valueless.
It really depends on the games you're playing, right? The reason why Greg, for example, I would recommend you the Series S, regardless of it being all digital, is because you're playing an all digital game to begin with. Your primary game you play is War Thunder. And when it comes to Game Pass, right, if you cared, would you rather spend $70 on a physical copy to be able to turn around and sell that for, let's say, $20, right, later down the line when you're done playing it? Or just spend $15 for that $70 game that's coming to Game Pass day one. And if you beat it within that month, right? Like, if you're able to beat it within the month for that $15, you just played a $70 game for $15. You know what I mean? Again, it's one of those situations where you have to kind of decide where you are specifically in the kind of games you're playing and what your situation is.
And I mean, and we could technically sell our digital copies of things if these companies would let us. Because there are platforms on PC. You know, there's the only time, but PC Master Race.
Well, the thing
there are like CS:GO, and there's a few other things where you can actually sell your digital bought things to another person and make money off it. But it's all on the companies to make that happen. So at this point, it'd be on PlayStation, Xbox, and Nintendo.
I think regulation. I think the government would. But even, what was that thing that everyone was blowing up about, that everyone was hating? Non-fungible tokens. NFTs. That's it. NFTs. When NFTs were starting to become a thing, right? Blown up, whatever. These these companies were trying to find a way to monetize them. I thought NFTs would be a great way to have a physical digital copy of a game, right? So, like, I buy the game, I own it as an NFT, and if I want to resell it, I could sell it to somebody else. Like, oh, hey, instead of buying the game for $70 on the PlayStation Store, I'll sell you my digital copy to you for $30. Right? He saves some money, I get to recoup some lost. Even if it has to stay within the system, right? So, like, I can only sell and buy games through PlayStation currency, right? It's something, though that would mean they lose money. So, yeah, I don't see them ever doing that, which is why NFTs just kind of died. Hold on, let me catch up. Yeah, let me catch up on these. So, Greg says, not gonna lie, that is a good point. Yeah, I mean, that's my mentality. Is it's very simply put, just depends on the situation. I prefer physical, but it's not for everybody, So, what did your wife say when you kept buying, reselling, buying again? Dude, she was pissed. Every single time I'm like, I haven't been playing my Series S. Or at one point I was like, oh, I have the Series S, my PS5's my main console, I'll just get rid of the Series X.
I mean, she's kind of a culprit too.
And then I'm sitting there, she does it too. We've probably gone through 4 OLED models, because she'll buy the OLED model when a Pokemon game comes out, beat it, not play it, and then we're like, oh, we could use some extra money, we'll sell it, and then an update comes to the Pokemon game, DLC, a new Pokemon game, whatever the case, right?
Something
gotta buy the Switch again. Oh my god, I'm like, at this point, done. We're not selling anything.
We're keeping
ever.
it.
We're keeping everything. Death Stalker, I only buy digital games that are expensive and hard to get physically, like Corpse Killers. Yeah, no, and that's a good benefit. There's that was me on the Wii U. Before the Wii U eShop was shutting down, I went in and snatched so many different games that were on my like hit list, right? The list of games I want to get. Pikmin was a good example, which now I'm pissed because those just got announced for the Switch. Pikmin 1 and 2.
And for the online expansion.
But a good example is Metroid Prime, the trilogy for the Wii. That's like a $200 game. I got that for $20 on the Wii U. You know what I mean? So there is merit to having a digital version of it, even if it's just short term. I would love someday to have a physical copy of Metroid Prime Trilogy, and but again, at $200 and I have access, that's my goal, is to play them. I care less about the shelves nowadays, and I care more just about having access to the game, right? But I don't really want to emulate, so I know that's the limit I draw. Okay, Justin, you said it's not about the retro games, it's more than that. Maybe I'm at a point where a lot of these games today are just not as fun as they used to be, in my opinion. I feel you on that. I 100%, that's how I feel about PlayStation. I feel like the games they're coming out with today are in a category that I don't enjoy. I don't love live service games. I don't love multiplayer games. I have a few select titles that I play mostly with him, right? Call of Duty. I play
Rocket League every
now and then. I'll play Fortnite with my daughter and my sister. I'll play Battlefield occasionally. I was playing Battlefield with Greg like a few times, and then we stopped. Yeah, he even bought one for a Roomba. Oh yeah, I will tell him the Roomba Xbox story in a second. But yeah, I'm at the same point, and that's why I went and got a CRT, because I realized like I want to play more of these older games where it was a simpler time, right? It's you miss that simplicity of just pop a disc in, you get to play it, enjoy your time. You don't have to be, I opened up Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2, add, new battle pass, new items, on sale this, on sale. I'm like, this is not a fucking mobile game. What the fuck are you guys doing? And
like
it pisses me off.
Another good example like this, like going back to the class, like Battlefront 2. I heard they did great things with Battlefront 2 on the new one, after they fixed the crap launch it had, microtransactions and everything, and paywalls.
Mm-hmm.
And it's good now, but it's too late for me. It's like,
yeah,
it's the game came out, it passed, but it doesn't live up to my hype and standards of what
he built the hype, and then they ruined it, and it's not easy for him to just get back up to that and see it for what it is now, because they ruin. It's like the first impressions. First impressions matter, and when a game comes out with all these microtransactions or bugs or whatever, and that's the reputation of the game, you just walk away. I'm a little more likely to give a game a second chance. I like Battlefield 2024 is a good example. That game launched buggy, barely any content, a lot of features missing, but now it's a really good game. Let's see. Greg says, not exactly true. There was an FPS that you took turns. It looked really good, but it flopped because of COD coming out same weekend. Never got a fan base. I don't remember the name of that game. I remember you telling me about that. I don't remember the name of the game.
Yeah.
Loso, he said, I'm a weird gamer. I can't do half and half. It's bothering me. I didn't. She threatened you with divorce if you keep rebuying me. No, she didn't. No, she didn't. I mean, we got married like a year ago, or not even a year. We got married last November. But before all that, and no, it was never like a dire situation where it was like, she was genuinely pissed. I'm a little over exaggerating.
It was
it was annoying, right? Because I'd sell it and then we get some money, and the first thing I want to do is buy back the thing I sold, and I'm just like, it was getting annoying. Death Stalker, I agree. Yeah, he even bought one for a Roomba. Oh, I see what. Okay, yeah. So the Roomba thing is what I was talking to you about, hooking up my retro stuff. Yeah, and yeah, if you want, we'll touch on that as well. But yeah, the Roomba thing. So real quick, Antonio, he recently got a new place. Well, not recently now, but at the time,
back in November.
He got a new apartment, and he was having an issue where his cats. It was just kind of dusty all the time, messy, whatever. And I had a Roomba, wasn't using it.
Buy some replacement parts.
Yeah. Oh, I got a Greg sent me a link. I was like, what the fuck is that?
I mean, they closed down the COD Mobile. It's not mobile anymore. Or no, COD Mobile should still be up.
No, I think it's probably. Actually, wait a second. Is that? Yeah, he clipped it from my stream. Perfect. Yeah, I need to start doing that as myself so I can upload this crap as a rant video. But anyway, yeah, long story short, he needed a Roomba. I had a Roomba. I originally sold him my Series S before he'd moved. He played it for maybe a month or so, and then he boxed it up, and he was there at his place for like 2 months in, didn't even unbox the Series S, right? And I'm like, I missed the Series S. Luckily, I sold it to him and not GameStop, so I was able to sell him. I think I gave him like $100 and then my Roomba. And that was like a fair trade at the time. But yeah, it's I've gone back and forth. Like I've gone all over the place with that. Let's see. This is why. Okay. How much money you think you wasted buying reselling? Oh my! I don't even want to fucking think about it, dude.
Too much.
My first Series X I sold for $500. I was able to sell it because that was when they were hard to find. The first Series S I sold for $290. So I lost about $10 there if you're not including taxes. Second Series S I sold to GameStop.
I don't think that's necessarily true, Justin.
Hold on. I gotta read it too. A lot. I've lost a lot. Exactly. These games come out half finished and day one patches, which is these developers don't put their all in the game as they should because they know as us being consumers.
So
we're buying the game regardless.
I don't think
it's not wrong.
I mean, it's not wrong. It's not necessarily true. They're like, because like there's a lot of smaller parties that are making games full on. It's more these AAA companies.
That's what he's talking about, though. He's not wrong. People are buying games regardless if they're finished or not. People are pre-ordering digital games. It doesn't make fucking sense. What's the point of a pre-order? To secure a copy of the game. That's why pre-orders existed in the first place. Yeah. You would go to GameStop, Walmart, Best Buy, whatever, and say, hey, here's my $60. Save me a copy of the game. Okay, cool. You go on midnight release, or you could go on a day after, whatever. It didn't matter, but you knew that your copy was there. They would not sell it for you. Then we get digital pre-orders, and to make it feel worth it, they give you all this digital crap that you probably won't even use after the novelty wears off, right? A skin for a character. No. You'll use that for the first bit, and then armor sets even. That's a better example because you'll get the armor. Cool for the beginning of the game, but as you play the game, you unlock more armor, so it's like...
That's better.
Was it really worth, right, Why do you think I can't do half digital, half physical? Sorry for stupid. I'm bipolar. No, man, you're good. You're not stupid. These are things I talk about in my head all the time. That's why I'm on YouTube, because I know you're not the only one. I know I'm not the only one.
A good example, sometimes it's just aesthetics. It's just your opinion, and it just like last night we were shooting a video, and it kept bothering me that he has these two PlayStation controllers, a PS4 controller and a PS5 controller, sitting right next to each other, and it just doesn't look aesthetically pleasing.
Yeah,
it's annoying, and that's all it is for you. It's just it's your personal preference, and it's not bad that you want all digital or all physical. It's your choice.
Yeah, I think going half and half. I mean, it's not even. I have I joke that I have OCD, and I've only ever had OCD when it comes to specifically my video game stuff. Honestly, like my house could be a complete disaster, but as long as my bookshelf is organized, I'm okay. But it's there's nothing wrong with that. I think that, if you want to go all digital, you either have to suck it up and pay the price, wait for those sales, deal with it, or, we just told the Roomba story.
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
Battlefield 1. I don't know what you're talking about Battlefield 1 for.
That's why I stopped. I think when we were talking about pre-ordering, because me and Greg pre-ordered Battlefield 1, and it was because that game was so hyped up, it was sold out everywhere. But that was a rare example of EA releasing a game not completely trashed. That was a good release.
Sorry.
Oh, he's clipped. Okay, cool. But yeah, so I just getting digital games, getting physical games. You could look at it as it is what it is. Get the games that you really want physically. Maybe that's what Antonio's starting to do is games that he knows, part of a series, part of a collection, maybe a game that he really has a lot of passion for. get it physically, put it on a shelf, but then like 90% of his library is digitally. I'm the other way around. Yeah. If a game I really... Well, I don't know. That's what I've been doing with the PS5 lately. If there's a game I really want, and I have a video coming out Monday explaining in depth, which Loso for you, you'll probably want to watch this video. It won't help you specifically if you just can't get past the both thing, but I think maybe it might change if you do get a PS5. It might change the conversation. Yeah, I got the clip. Thank you. I need to start clipping my stuff as well after the fact because I feel like there's a lot of rants that happen that will make a good little video separate.
Or where you're in the video and you pull it up that clip just to...
Yeah. Let's see. I want to buy Bright Memory... Wait, I want to buy Bright
Memory
Infinite.
It don't.
So physical copies, only digital. I haven't bought it because I don't want to do half and half. Well, here's the thing. If it's only digital, then I mean that kind of answers it, doesn't it?
That limits your thing because you can't get it physically. So, but if you really want the game, you don't have to get it physical. I mean, on digital, but you could wait for a sale if you think you don't need the game right now and don't want to play it right now. It will probably go on sale within the next 2 to 3 months.
Yeah, that's exactly true. I was thinking about this with those PlayStation games that. Yeah, no, it would be perfect. YouTube Shorts, a little 5-minute video. But PlayStation games, let's look at something like Uncharted, right? Uncharted, The Last of Us, any big single-player game, God of War. Those games, the only reason people buy them day one at $70 a pop is because FOMO. All my PlayStation games is digital from when I had PS4 Pro. I have more digital games on PlayStation than Xbox. So maybe what I would recommend is... If you're an Xbox fanboy, I would see... we dropped viewers. So I wonder if the viewer drop is because ads.
Maybe.
I feel like that's what's happening, is an ad starts playing, and I can't control that. I'm not monetized. Yeah.
We are announcing the comments.
I mumble them because I'm reading them for me, but I'll read them. I figured everyone else can read the comments.
Yeah.
But, 0 at okay, so people are just leaving. Justin, whoever, Deathstalker. Anyway, if you're an Xbox fanboy, right? If you're sitting here preaching to the choir, well, I think you should accept and acknowledge the physical cases as a unique part of what it means to be Xbox. I think the reason Xbox has these cases is because they've been... Okay. Oh, maybe Loso left? So it's just Greg and Deathstalker. Where'd Loso go?
I still talk to him. He might join back up. Maybe just disconnect for a minute. There's
Justin's here. Is Streamlabs just? Hold on. Let me look on Safari. This one says 1 concurrent viewer. But Streamlabs says 2 viewers. I don't understand.
I don't know.
You haven't really? I read your comment, didn't I?
Yeah.
Exactly. These games come out half finished. Yeah, we just talked about that. We were talking about when we mentioned. Well, he said that wasn't true. I think you're on point with that.
I said it's not entirely true because there are a lot of games coming out that are completely complete, but it's more this AAA titles they're starting to do this to us, and that's not okay. It's the bigger companies.
Yeah, Streamlabs shows literally 1 viewer right now, but you guys are chatting, so obviously I don't know why that is. Anyway, to round off what I was saying to you, Loso, is no, the one I just commented. Which one was it?
We're buying.
I'm still here, but you have no. That was that. The last comment I got from you is we're buying the game regardless, and you talked about how these games come out half finished, have day one patches, and people will pre-order them. Let's see, patches, which is these developers don't put all in their game as they should because they know us being consumers are going to buy them regardless. Yeah, we just talked about that.
Justin, if you accidentally put a cuss word in any of these comments, too, it won't show us.
That's true. YouTube is I don't know why, but if it thinks it's a bad word, it will not show me the comment for some reason. And I can't change that.
It moderates it, and we can't.
So whatever your last comment was, type it again, and we'll touch on that. The last comment I got, I thought, I don't know. But yeah, I think you should. I should think Loso, you should take those cases as being a part of Xbox history, right? Because Xbox has been in identity crisis for the last 2 generations. They went from 360 to Xbox One. They were struggling with the whole backwards compatibility thing. They finally got it working, and those weird, right, Xbox 360 game and an Xbox One case, that's like a part of that history. And I feel like if you're an Xbox fanboy, right, that's the same way as a game collector, traditionally, people hate those PlayStation hits, right, those red cases, the Nintendo Selects, right? People hate those cases. But I love them. I love the little bit of history that goes. I'm okay with even GameStop filler cases, right? Whenever GameStop doesn't have a case for a game,
have that black case.
Yeah, they'll have like a crappy black case. I love that because it's a part of that history, right? Or when like someone has a name on I'll buy a cartridge, right? I have a couple DS games where there's like initials on the back of the cartridge. And also, by the way, I just realized I have one with the initials of AJ, and I immediately thought of Almighty Justin, by the way. But yeah, it's just I would see that as a part of the history. I would see that as unique to Xbox, and that would give me more of a reason, right? Collect those weird cases, make it a part of your point.
PS4.
Yeah, I do. The blue case, the uniformity is great, but again, Loso, you're saying you're an Xbox fanboy. That's a part of their history. You know what I mean? If you're a fanboy, embrace that. Keep your PS stuff digital. When you get your PS5, just keep going digital.
I love the lime green of Xbox 360.
Well, he's talking, I don't know if you've seen it, but there are games that are for Xbox 360, but they come in an Xbox One case. And then they'll put Xbox and 360 on the same case, and it's really annoying. Daniel, I know you have both systems. Which one would you say you like more? Are you a fanboy of any system? I'm thinking about buying binder CD cases. Oh, no! Loso, you're canceled!
Going back to PS2 days.
No, you never... I am a game collector, dude. You cannot tell me you're putting your shit in a fucking binder case. No. I'm gonna lose my shit. Okay.
That makes me think of back to the
No, my used to be stepdad, or my mom's ex-husband. All his Xbox games, PS2 games, even GameCube games were in a binder case, and I hated it. I love Save the Turtles.
I see why people go digital because
read it clear.
I see why people say people go digital because if you don't like the games you just bought, you can go get a refund and can't with a physical copy, which makes me mad, and especially if the game is not good.
Well, that's the thing is the only company I know of is Steam, an Xbox, that have a legitimate return policy for a digital game.
But Nintendo and PlayStation, they're like...
No. I remember when Pokemon Scarlet Violet came out, right? People had to call Nintendo support, bitch, and just hope that they were like, okay, yeah, we'll give you a refund. You know? But he's right. Even if you buy a physical copy, you can't... Like, if I go in and buy a brand new copy of Final Fantasy 16, I literally take the shrink wrap off in front of them. I could buy it, pay the $70, take the shrink wrap off, hand it back and say, I'd like to refund. No. They'll replace the game, right? But they cannot take... I'd have to trade it in. And at that point, I'm immediately losing, what, $20? Yeah. I don't know what the trade-in value of Final Fantasy 16 is. Somebody look... let's look that up. Okay, I'm gonna create a new scene here, okay? Actually, we can just add a source. Nah, I don't care enough, actually. Okay, so the cases won't... bother me. Yeah, man, like I said, either just give up on the Xbox and just stick with Game Pass. Again, a lot of the games you're probably going to be playing are available on both. And just get on PlayStation, right? Go all digital. And then just use the Game Pass. That's what I do with my Xbox. Yeah, I know Xbox offers refunds. Yeah, exactly. And I think you have 2 days or 24 hours or something. Or 2 hours of game time. Xbox is doing good. And that's another reason why if I'm going to go digital with a platform... going forward, I would probably go with the Xbox because again, they have this structure set up already. You know, if I'm gonna trust my money digitally with somebody, I mean they're all companies, they're all out to get my money. But if I had to choose, right, the lesser between all the evils,
gotta respect your bill the most.
Exactly, it's gonna be Xbox at the moment. That could change. I doubt it, but we'll see. Are you a fanboy of any systems? PlayStation, Xbox, Switch. I was talking about CD binder when I said I would do that, so cases don't. Yeah, no, I was. Yeah, no, yeah. I knew what I was making a joke. Sorry.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I mean, CD binder. If that's the way to go to avoid all that crap, and you'll save a lot of money because you can go on eBay and buy loose copies, and that saves you a ton of money. Right? There's a game you want, loose copy of it, super cheap, and that's a really good way to go.
Just make sure if you get a binder, it has a velvet back or something soft for the disc side, so you're not scratching it.
Well, yeah, I mean, most CD binders are set up for that. But also...
My friend Carson had a CD binder, it was full plastic, like back and front.
They didn't clip in? Mm-mm. That's not good. As for being a fanboy, there's two ways to go about this. There's two ways to structure your channel. You're either an idiot and lie about your biases, which is what most people do. The console wars are stupid. I agree with that when they get too toxic.
Yeah.
My phone is going to die, and my kids will be waking up from the nap soon. Gotta go. See you boys. Have fun storming the castle. All right. Thanks, Greg. Thanks for stopping by. I will admit that I, at the moment, am much more excited for Xbox going forward. I love my PlayStation 5. I love the PlayStation games, right? I love, I wouldn't say the ecosystem as much, but I don't believe in saying I'm a gamer. Yeah, and that's kind of where I'm at. There's a reason I have all three, right? But if you're putting me in a situation where like, well, what's your bias? At the moment, my bias is I prefer the way Xbox is doing things. But I think I've told my wife this, is if I had to sell all my stuff and only keep one system, I'd probably keep my Switch. Because that gives me the most versatility. There's enough third-party games on there that make it kind of worth it. And I love those things. Is I know Game Pass, again, if you use it right, if you just pay for it monthly, regardless if you're using it, then yeah, you're probably going to lose money. But, pay for Game Pass when you're playing the game, when a new game comes out, easy peasy. You're freezing up. Yeah, hold on. Let me see.
Yeah. This happened, I think it might be because after so long.
Wait, I'm freezing up. The stream says excellent connection. Unless he means me freezing up, like...
Maybe, I don't know.
Like not giving a straight answer.
I'll give you my straight answer. I'm an indifferent person. And the only reason I'm considered a PlayStation fanboy is I just had them for so long. It's what I've gone with and bought. And I've had plenty of friends that have Xboxes. I love Xbox. I loved Gears of War. I loved Halo. I loved playing a bunch of Xbox exclusive games back on 360, like Alien Hominid and a bunch of those games. I had a bunch of friends that had Xboxes. I just always got PlayStation because most of my friends are on it. And now that we're cross-platform, most games are getting there where most games are cross-platform.
Cross-play.
Cross-platform. But the cross-play, I don't mind getting an Xbox and using the Xbox because there are a lot of games on Game Pass that are coming. And it's just for me, the reason I'm mainly stuck in my PlayStation right now, Tales 2, is that me trying to manage my time. I don't play, even though like I'm single, don't have any kids, I still don't put as much time into video games as I used to when I was younger. And that's because I have to be an adult, I have to take care of my own apartment, I have to go take care of my life and all that, and then I'm still trying to have somewhat of a social life, and that is hard to manage that, and on top of that, try to create content. Like, he's got the problem not hanging out with friends, but dealing with a bunch of kids.
Got problem. I choose not to have friends. I mean, I have you guys on YouTube. That's why I started a YouTube channel, because I would rather create a friend group with people that I could enjoy my hobby with, right? My friend group that I currently had at the time, which was primarily him, Greg, they're doing other things, right? My hobby is gaming. That's what I love to do. So it made a lot more sense for me to say, I mean, it's not like I'm cutting them out. Obviously, he's joining in every now and then. But it's, a situation for me that's just better to have a channel of people. I don't care if I ever get to 1 million subscribers. What I care about is just building a community of people that are interested in the same things, right? Even if we don't agree on certain parts of it, we can all say, hey, we love gaming, we love hanging out, we love talking about it. That's what we're here for.
All right, Justin.
Justin. All right, man. You better be back.
Quick.
Hold you to it. Be quick. Speedy Gonzalez.
And then...
People don't know the meaning of what a friend is these days. It's gotten skewed. It's gotten... People, I think, nowadays look at a friend as somebody who brings something for them, right? Do they have something to bring to the table? No. Okay. Do I really need them, right? That's not what a friend is. And I feel like, yeah, a lot of younger generation, right, getting that way. Is Loso still here? What you doing, man?
Yeah, I think he's just quiet at the moment.
Quiet? What are you doing? You
got
any
last
more
thing
questions?
last thing I talked about was motorsports, so.
Yeah. But yeah, I don't know. What are you thinking about your situation here? I think, well, we're over an hour in.
Oh, we haven't even hit.
I gotta wait for
topics,
Justin.
really.
I gotta wait for Justin, actually, because if I'm gonna do, can I admit something? When I played Uncharted 3, the Egypt level on the hardcore for the first time, it made me want to switch to PlayStation forever. That game was amazing when I first played it. Deathstalker says I'm old school when it comes to stuff like that, and Loso, it's your stream. I'm here. Okay, no, it just you weren't typing. You were being quiet for a second.
I mean, that's the whole point of like these companies making these games is to drag you in, and that's what Xbox is also trying to do. It's not that we want you to pick one console, but we want you to also buy our console.
He's bringing my point home. Loso is bringing my point home of Sony or PlayStation going forward, from what I've seen just based on the showcase, based on the games we know that are coming out, they're not doing that anymore. That experience Loso's talking about of playing Uncharted 3 for the first time, that one, like, I know exactly what he's talking about. I felt the same way. I was like, wow. I remember Uncharted was the first, like, game, I think, for a lot of PlayStation users, honestly, if you're, like, go back far enough, that really made you realize, like, what a game. What are you laughing about? Did you fart?
No, I never played it. Or didn't get into the series.
Oh, well, that's because he's into Final Fantasy. So, so anyway, the point is Uncharted is the prime example of, like, wow, this is what PlayStation does. You know, this is what they're bringing to the table. They're bringing me. You kind of feel like you are the focus of an action movie in a lot of these, right? Even in The Last of Us. And that's what I'm missing. That is what the PlayStation showcase. Yeah, we're getting Spider-Man 2, right? Yeah, we're getting... They introduced Metal Gear Solid, but that's not theirs. That's coming to Xbox. I didn't see anything from PlayStation that made me feel like, yes, this is why I have this console. Right? At this point, the reason I still own my PS5 is because I have a backlog. Is because I have a backlog of PS4 games that I want to play on the PS5. My two consoles that I have hooked up in my living room right now is a PS5 and a backwards compatible, like, big fat PS3, because I have so many PlayStation games, you can see right behind me, that I need to get through. But going forward, right? Xbox appears to have all the games that I am going for. I played the Uncharted What?
Fable.
Wow. And that's the thing. I mean, I feel like also the Uncharted games, they have puzzles, but stuff like Tomb Raider, right? Yeah. I mean, that's a part of the whole... You're discovering treasure, right? That's the part of that specific game. But even The Last of Us, even Days Gone, which, I mean, again, I only played for about an hour, and I know that it got bad reviews, but I enjoyed the hour that I played.
Hate the puzzles.
Yeah, and he said that before. Like, I know. Like, I have been annoyed by some of the puzzles, especially in the like, I feel like it was Uncharted 2 that had them the worst. Those stupid fucking puzzles. Because I felt like one after another. But anyway. So, let's see here. I mean,
we can start.
You got anything?
We can start actually delving into the showcases, like why. Again, we said we're worried about PlayStation. Now we can actually, I guess, move forward with why we're worried about it. So if you watch the PlayStation showcase, we had a stream of games that were just like cinematic. Like a good example of one of them is like the people that made Flower and Journey, and they made another game called Sword of the Sea, but it's just another exploration game, but now you're skateboarding on a floating sword. But like that video didn't give like Journey, even when we saw the trailer for Journey when that came out, I don't know when. You had a concept of what you were doing. You were exploring this desert trying to find artifacts to continue on and revitalize the world that way. Well, sort of the sea, all we got was a lot of landscape surfing around, and then randomly part of it turned into an actual ocean.
Yeah. I don't know. There wasn't a game. Let's talk about Xbox versus FTC. Oh, that's interesting. I haven't been touching on that. There's a YouTuber named Destin who's been covering that very well. But yeah, honestly, Xbox and FTC. I don't even know where we went. So I'm excited that this is about to wrap up. I was getting very annoyed at how long this was getting dragged on, and I am in favor of Xbox acquiring Activision. I think there was a rumor that came out or something that I guess PlayStation put out themselves that Xbox. Yeah, I watched him. Yeah, dude, he's fucking great. But yeah, I heard that I guess PlayStation initially thought that they were Xbox was trying to acquire Activision to destroy PlayStation. And I'm just at this point where I'm like, if Call of Duty is that vital to your success, what are you even doing? I think that's another reason why I'm so salty about PlayStation lately, is just seeing the way there's no confidence. Right? I mean, people felt the same way about Xbox, right? That Funny or Die podcast where Phil Spencer talks about how they pretty much lost the console race, right? Starfield can't turn it around for them. Once you see the heads of these companies talk with such little confidence within, for that brand, it's very just defeating. And that's where I'm at with PlayStation, is seeing the way they've gone about. They've put so much more effort into fighting this deal than making their own games to come up, right? And that's what I think the showcase wraps into that, is it felt more like a all I've been seeing as well. Yeah, and that's what I'm saying, is this PlayStation is out here saying, oh, they're out here to get the deal. There was even a one report that said that the Xbox acquisition, whatever, that, I guess, is a way for Xbox, because, right, going forward, if they want to put Call of Duty on the next-gen console, Sony's going to have to give them dev kits. They're going to have to give them the information for let's say, PS6. And the problem with that is, well, that's going to Xbox, right? So now Xbox is obtaining PlayStation's information, and to the point where PlayStation said that, I guess, Activision put in a inquiry to PlayStation for their PS6. They were like, hey, we want to see what you got going. We want to make sure our next game's going to work for it, whatever. I don't know how that works. I'm not a developer, but I know it takes a while to make a game,
Does
right?
Activision own Toys for Bob?
Yes. Yeah, no, Activision owns a crap ton. This would be huge. But the focal point being on Call of Duty, Sony was sat there and said, hey, you know what? We're going to go ahead and not give you any PS6 information until after we know if this deal goes through or not. And that just made me like, I get it, right? I get it. The fear of Xbox getting that information, which means now they can put a console out early or something. I understand that. But just the way they've been handling the whole situation, right? The lies, the rumors, the insecurities, it is very depressing. So,
yeah. I mean, again, as what's supposed to be considered a hardcore PlayStation fan, it's very endearing for me. Even like, if they had spent half the time they did with Xbox in trying to block this deal, they could have been making a new Killzone. They could have been putting towards IPs they have.
Now they got Killzone, Resistance, they got SOCOM. It's just
those IPs aren't dead. They just didn't sell well. It's like, we'll bring it back to base and reboot the series.
Resistance sold really well on PS3.
Well, yeah.
But once they were done with PS3, we didn't get a Resistance for PS4. I'm actually pretty sure that they shut down the I don't know who developed it, but I remember hearing something that they shut down the studio that made Resistance. Fall of Man, right? All those games. So,
but it's like that's a series that they could revitalize. They could easily bring back and reboot it, and like give it a new story, same skin but new story.
Killzone could compete with Halo. Not that really needs to happen, but they could. Resistance could compete with Call of Duty. They could even combine all three of them. I think Xbox will. I think so. I really hope so. Yeah, it's at a point where I'm thinking that Xbox, I think, is just putting out facts and logic, and PlayStation, the FTC, they're just kind of putting out their feelings. And I think...
But I mean, I don't think the FTC can actually stop them.
No. So the FTC basically put I don't remember the word, an injunction or something, basically a restraining order. FTC basically filed a restraining order saying, hey, can't do the deal. And until... Right, and what this is this expedited the process. So instead of having to do it all backhanded, whatever, now they're both going to court immediately because Xbox now has to approve
of the ECU, all of them,
that the FTC doesn't have any grounds to stand on to block the deal, and it's basically up to this court now. I think there's 3 judges, if I remember, 2 or 3 judges that will be talking about it. Yeah. And then if that's the case, we just have the CMA. And again, I'm in favor of them just dipping out. Do you think when the deal goes through, they're going to make Call of Duty exclusives like they did all the... No. It makes no financial sense. They'll get more money by selling those microtransactions on PS and even Switch, right? They talked about they're going to bring Call of Duty to Switch. They're going to make it free on... they already said that they're going to make it free licensing on streaming platforms, so NVIDIA, GeForce, I think, Cloud or whatever. Yeah, no, not going to be exclusive whatsoever. Other games like Crash Bandicoot, maybe, but I think those big hitter game titles, right? No way. I think even like, for example, Elder Scrolls, the next Fallout, I think those are going to continue to be
multi-platform.
Like multi-platform. But I really think there's a reason why, right? Starfield is a brand new IP. That's what I think their goal is they're going to treat this more like Mojang when they bought Minecraft. It makes more sense to get that revenue from all platforms, right? And
so it's already established. Don't take away from that.
Yeah, there's no reason to ruin that. And people, I think, would be more salty. Like, Antonio is not going to buy an Xbox to play Call of Duty. You know? It makes more sense to just give him Call of Duty where he's already at, and he'll spend the money. So Indiana Jones is exclusive.
That's a new made game. It's like the original telling of a story. That's what they're doing.
Yeah, I think that's following the reboot for that movie, right?
Yeah.
I don't know. I think that's cool though because Indiana Jones, I think, that's Uncharted. It's Tomb Raider, right? Mm-hmm. Same concept. I think that would be really cool for Xbox.
And we haven't had a good indie game since PS2, and even then, the game was all right.
Yeah. Well, there was the Indiana Jones games on 360.
I heard those didn't do well.
No, I never played. I never have been into Indiana Jones. I might watch this reboot or not the reboot. I don't know what it is, but the one that they just made in theaters.
Was that your doing?
Huh? Yeah, there's no stud there. My knock method lied to me. I'm waiting for Justin to get back. So I feel like Loso, Deathstalker, and Justin, you guys are the ones that would benefit. I guess I'll just recap whenever Justin comes back. But I wanted to talk about the schedule going forward for the channel to give you guys more of a consistent thing to look forward to. Also, I wanted to announce a couple things that we could do together. The first thing I want to say is there's going to be a video every Monday. And a live stream every Friday. This will be a regular thing. I figured every Friday the live stream will basically just kind of be recapping, right, news events that have happened. Antonio will join me whenever he's able to. He usually comes over every other week, so it might be about, twice a month, basically. Yeah. But if he comes over more than that, he's about to start truck driving here where we are. So, or at least trucking to school. So he'll probably be here every week. For a while, but just heads up on that. The video will mostly be a recap of anything we talked about or whatever subject that I didn't get to touch on in the live stream. For example, this Monday's video is going to be more on if you have multiple consoles, where do you buy your games, right? Like if you have all these systems, you have all these games like coming out, where do you buy them? Will you ever do a gameplay full walkthrough videos like Red? So we're going to get to that as well. But that's going to be the structure. I'll probably upload a short every Wednesday or so, middle of the week. That's not really for you guys. That's just kind of get some more people. YouTube Shorts is a really good way. I'm going to talk to you guys as if you guys are like Brad. I've never actually heard of Brad Rad. Have you?
Mm-mm.
No, I don't know who that is. Someone send me a link on Loso. Send me a link on Twitter or something. Or I don't know if Death Stalker, if the link will work on Xbox. But send me a link to Brad Rad. I'm very curious. Like, if you guys both know who he is, I feel like it might be worth me having an idea of what he does. But,
sounds like it's a walkthrough gameplay, or so he's... I don't know if he does commentary or not, but yeah.
Zach Scott games are good, too. Yeah, I don't know who these people are. But yeah, send me links to YouTubers that you like to follow, and, you know, I mean, I'm not going to become them, obviously, but if they have cool ideas, I don't mind incorporating that. But when it comes to... YouTube Shorts, just a heads up if you see one from the channel. That'll probably just be gameplay clips from when I play different games. So those won't be necessary for like things I'm doing. Now, when it comes to gameplay, I haven't set it up this stream, and I may do separate streams. Like if I get an extra day off from work, for example, I'll just hook it up. I do have a capture card ready to go. I have my Xbox Series S right here. And then Antonio brought me he just got the OLED Switch, so he brought me his old dock. So now I can have a dock in here as well as my living room. And this way, if we want to play, I'm thinking sticking to subscription service games, because this way it's cheaper for people to join. And I don't want to just do me playing a game. I want to do like community play sessions. Antonio's, by the way, real quick, he's playing Final Fantasy 16 right now. I think he's gonna actually live stream later tonight.
Yeah.
So if you want to see some of that, you want to watch some of his stuff, I'll put a link to his channel in the description here after the fact, or once the video is done, all that.
And I just realized something too. Like
What?
me sitting here. To myself, I know, because everyone's voice sounds different than myself. My voice sounds higher than it is on video. And it's not until I sit down and watch myself that I realize that my voice is freaking deeper than I think it is.
Yeah.
And I feel like, it's like I do have high energy. It's just like,
what kind of 4K TV? You just bought a simple TLC, right? Or was it a Hisense?
for my
just your
living
4K TV.
Oh, I bought. Yeah, it was like a. No, it wasn't Hisense. It was.
I think it was TLC. It's your TCL, right?
Yeah, it was a TCL.
It's just some like cheap Walmart. I think it was like what, $300.
Yeah, it was
something like that.
Or like
55
inch. Something. Yeah, like it was. I bought like it was a 48-inch.
Really? I thought it was like a 50. Anyway,
maybe.
For your next generation. Yeah, he plays his PS5 on a monitor.
Yeah.
Gaming monitor. I think it's a 2K, 144 hertz.
4K. No, LG.
It's a 4K?
4K LG. Yeah, it was the LG 4K 144 hertz monitor with the G-Sync and... Yeah, it was a 4K.
It's not 4K. It's 1440p.
No.
A 4K monitor is like $1,000. You spent like $400. It's got to be 1440p.
I remember us talking about this.
No, we were talking about the screen size. It's a 32-inch.
Yeah.
It's a 32-inch 1440p monitor. But anyway, I want to do community play sessions with you guys. I was thinking Xbox Game Pass would be easy because I know we all have Xboxes. So it'd be cool to do custom Halo matches, or, we could do like... there's tons of games on there, right? Racing games, arcade games, whatever, retro stuff. Maybe do like Gears of War co-op playthroughs of the campaigns. So if that is something you want to do, then we'll do that. I was thinking if my streams I'm aiming for about 2 hours. So I was thinking if next Friday we could do the first hour just chit chatting, catching up on each other's news. And then the second hour, start playing. Again, I just don't know who is willing to do. Maybe get Game Pass. I would love to play Halo Master Collection on Legendary with you alone. I can only beat them on normal. Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. We could do something crazy like that, and I'm pretty sure that's more than co-op, right?
Yeah.
That's up to I think 2-3 players. Because I played Halo Master Chief Collection and Gears of War when I first got the Xboxes.
QHD.
Yeah, that's 2K.
Okay.
Ultra HD is
4K.
4K. But yeah, so that's something I'm interested in doing. I'll talk with you guys individually, and so you guys want to. I don't know if Deathstalker, if that's something you're interested in. Campaigns I want to do with you, not multiplayer. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Is we could do have to wait till next month to get Game Pass. Okay, that's fine. If you want, I have to look at my finances, but I can probably gift you like a month of Game Pass to start off with. To help if it helps get things rolling. But I would love to play through the campaign of Halo, Gears of War, and also just look at games on Game Pass. I feel like there's not enough channels that are just on YouTube that are just like, let's see what's on Game Pass. Let's play through what's on Game Pass.
On sale right now.
Nice.
Okay. If you guys want to see, this is the game monitor I got. I bought it with a plan to actually I paid full up front for this thing, but you can get it like on a payment plan, help you out.
I'm gonna show them the price. There you go.
Pricing even says right there with the financing thing. $34 a month is, I think that's pretty doable for most people.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just I don't know, I lost my train of thought.
You're playing campaigns with them. And you had to
Anyway, yeah, just let me know if that's something you guys want to do. I know Justin was excited about that. And that'd be perfect because me, Deathstalker, Loso, Justin, we all have Xboxes. We can all get Game Pass.
I've got a crappy PC that I can play Game Pass on.
He could join us. But yeah, we could jump on, play through some campaigns together, work through it. I think it'd be really fun. It gets boring playing alone sometimes. I feel the same way. I feel the exact same way. I had a ton of fun. That's okay. We'll carry you. This. Plus, playing the campaigns, it's a good way. Like my wife started off playing. I started her off playing some like single player shooter games, and then she plays Call of Duty pretty good. I mean, she's not getting a bunch of kills, but she doesn't die as quickly. Small baby steps.
She's got to take the baby step of teaching her how to move and look at the same time.
Yeah, some people struggle with that. That's for sure. But yeah. Anyway, yeah. That's. It's fine. If you're not good at the game, that's okay. Maybe we won't start off on legendary difficulty then Loso. Maybe we'll start normal. Entire family is dead, so don't feel bad. Oh yeah, to Loso. Yeah, I feel like crazy enough, Loso and Deathstalker, you guys have a lot in common. Like I talked to both of you individually. And you guys often have the same struggles, same concerns, same issues in life. So I think this will be cool. I think this will be really fun to just get all together and just play. And same with Justin. I'm just, again, I don't know how long. What did he say he was going to do? Had to go get something?
He said he was running some quick errands.
Okay. Yeah, I'll probably message him if he doesn't get back before the stream ends. But I don't know how much longer. We're gonna go here because it's an hour. We're an hour 38 minutes in. I'm good at shooting games. I just can't beat them alone on legendary. On normal. Yeah, like I said, we'll.
It's hard.
Legendary mode is no joke, especially on like Halo.
Like Call of Duty, playing on veteran mode on Call of Duty, playing legendary mode on Halo. It took some time to get through and beat those alone, or even with a friend sometimes.
Yeah, I love racing games. I think it'd be really fun to just play. Like Forza Motorsport, not Motorsport. I don't really like Motorsport. Forza Horizon. There's even like other games like Hot Wheels Unleashed. Ton of fun. I love arcade racers.
You got the second one coming out.
And again, I know Deathstalker, you have a Switch. I know Loso, you don't. But I know a few other people on the channel who also have a Switch. So I'm also down to do like older, like Mario Kart 64, right? Some more retro stuff, which would be really fun. Once one with Halo, mine's the game drags. LOL, what's yours? Wait, what? Once one con with Halo, mine's the game drags. Oh, one, yeah, no, Halo is, especially that library mission that's Halo 1, right? Yeah, that forever, dude. I hated that.
We played through that.
It was awful.
Yeah, that's like one of those things. Like you just have to keep running through it, not really trying to kill anything. But if you, some of the sitting points there.
Okay, real quick, I want this to work. Okay, I'm gonna try playing some music because when I was doing it before, it was playing it super freaking like choppy and gargly. Halo 4 is my favorite. Halo 3, 5 is my. I love all of them. I don't see. Halo 5 was a bit weird, I will admit.
I just have to play through 4 and 5.
But I loved. I don't think because I was a fan of Halo 4 or the original trilogy, not a fan, but like I wasn't in it, when those were new. So I played all of them straight through in one go. I loved every single one. Same with Gears of War. Gears 1 through 3, everyone says is the best, and Gears 4 and 5 suck. I thought they were all great. I literally loved them. Justin, are you back? Justin, no? Okay. Halo 2 drags. Yeah, no, yeah. Halo 1 and 2, they show their age. Show their age. I think they were trying to fill in as much as possible, right? Try to get the game a little longer.
They were trying to make this epic sci-fi shooter.
Yeah. All right. I'm going to add a source. Streamlabs music. Cool. I really want this to work with... Oh, wait. No, I don't want a browser source. Delete that. Sorry, hold on, guys. Apps, Streamlabs music widget. Add source.
I have to open the app settings. Maybe what's something going wrong on that?
Maybe. I'm gonna see if it works right now, real quick. Oops. Hold on, guys. Hold on. I really want music to be a thing. I feel like that will change the vibe. So we're gonna do with just Gamers Lounge. Click play. Okay, so this was it. Let me know if it's bad. I mean, I'm gonna know immediately.
Okay.
Oh, it's working! Ah, yes. Okay, so now I can go back. Pop out the app. Okay, I know it's a little loud. I'll turn the volume down. Hold on. I want this to be like a chill thing. Alright, so we'll minimize that. Go back to the stream. And then let me turn the volume down for this.
There we go.
I don't know if that's picking up through on my mic. If it ain't metal, it sucks. Oh, come on, man. We're just trying to make a chill vibe here, okay? Come on. I couldn't talk over metal. I'd be sitting here like... Metal is not a... What's it called? Background. You can't really... Oh, I guess you could, technically. I already got some bars to the beat. I'm back. Hey, there we are. So I heard you was talking bad about me while I was gone. What's up with that? You knew. No, I'm just kidding. All right, Justin. Perfect. Real quick, can everyone tell me? Can everyone tell me if the music
is too
loud?
Is
it too loud? Can you guys hear me just fine? I want it to be like background music. So I tried to do this earlier, but it was super choppy. So I just
having like rendering problems.
Yeah, I don't know wwhy. I think the audio bit rate was garbage.
I don't know why this bothers me so much. This random freaking SIM card.
SIM card. That's fine. Okay. Little low. Okay.
So
Maybe
go
a little higher.
Right there.
Is that good? I want to know for future reference because I'm not gonna mess with any. Once I get it set here, going forward, it'll just be plug and play. I won't have to mess with any settings. So if we get it good here, then it should be fine. But Justin, hey,
Ooh.
What was that?
Just thinking.
Real quick recap for Justin. Community play sessions. Me, Loso, Deathstalker. We're talking about starting to play games together. I know you have a Series X. I don't know if you're able to get Game Pass, but we're gonna stick to games on Game Pass. We're just going to play together. I think the first game we're going to do is Halo. I was thinking just let's play through all the Halo games. Co-op, right? So you, me, Loso, Deathstalker, just play through those together, do that, just hang out, and then we can go through different Game Pass games. We can start off with like Halo, the whole game, all the games if you want. Maybe through Gears of War would be fun. Again, I don't actually think Gears of War is more than 2 people, so we'll have to find games.
Yeah, online it's 4.
All of them?
Mm-hmm.
For co-op?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, because when me and DJ were playing, it was Gears 1 through 3 were just 2 players.
I've played 3 people.
Online. Maybe it's 3 people. Oh, we'll figure it out.
Because there's 4 main characters, so.
Yeah, but half the game you're only playing is the 2 people at a time, or for the first part. Anyway, We'll figure it out. We'll probably start with Halo because I know that'll work just fine. So if that's something you want to do, I'm excited for that. Streaming or the schedule for the channel is Mondays is a video. Fridays is a live stream. I'm going to be live streaming every Friday at noon or around noon. I was a little late today because my Streamlabs was not working. But yeah, every Friday we'll do a stream. Probably about 2-3 hours. The first hour we'll just chat, hang out. Second hour is when we'll start playing games. So this way we can all, just bond like that. He needs to get a Series X. I thought you had a Series X, Justin. He said it was collecting dust, right?
Yeah.
Deathstalker, I know you have a Series X. I know Wosa has a Series X.
I think you might have been talking about me.
Oh, maybe you? Yeah, Antonio needs an Xbox. Well, he can cloud stream, but also he also has a lot to do with Final Fantasy 16. So we'll see.
I'm not great on money right now.
Yeah, so it'll be we'll figure it out. I think you're too much.
If I were to give up on truck driving right now, more than enough money. But
yeah, so he's trying to get to the position I'm in. I'm a truck driver for I only drive 3 days a week. But I get like 40 hours, right? So I work my 40 hours in 3 days, and then I'm free for 4 days of the week. And
I work 4 days a week.
So he's trying to get to like where I'm at so he can have more free time. But it's a process, you can't just jump in like that.
How much tests?
Yeah. So anyway, I don't really have much else. I mean, you guys have any questions or anything you guys... I don't think I have much else to talk about right now. I still have to get my video scheduled to upload. Let's see, Justin, I can't promise I'll be up for that, depending if I'll like the game or not, so it's going to be hard to impress me with the game. We will see. I'll definitely play with you, though, if I'm feeling it.
I mean, we're talking...
All I have is free time.
We're talking classic Halo and classic...
Yeah, we're going to be playing classic games. Like the stipulation is it has to be on Game Pass, and we have to have enough people. It has to support enough people. What's your favorite Gears game?
I love the series. I loved the whole story up to 3. I never got to play 4 or 5 yet, but I've been dying to play them. But I can't give you a favorite. I love the series. It was an amazing game, storytelling, gameplay. The only reason I'd maybe say I like the newer ones, like 3 was just the variety of weapons, the Retro Lancer and all that. That was really top-notch gameplay, especially just their grenade use, everything. Like, that game has a level of tactics people didn't realize until you started watching pro players play.
Yeah, I knew you had a Series X. Yeah, like I said, starting off, we'll probably start with Halo. I think this channel, I'm not an Xbox YouTuber. I don't try to be. It's just the console that I have the most, excitement for going forward. I love the Switch as well. And I feel like I'd rather just stick with, if we all have an Xbox, we all have a Game Pass, or, have a potential to get Game Pass, which opens up a ton of games. I don't want to do gameplay of, what are you doing?
I just want to look at something.
What are you doing?
Just look at you. Keep talking. I'm just looking at something.
What are you looking at? Why are you...
Okay.
The fuck are you doing?
Those cut it out, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
That hides it. What do you think you're doing? Well, fuck, man.
Lucky.
My stream alone. Get your own. Anyway. Deathstalker, Halo. Man, it'll be fun, man. It'll be fun. It's not gonna be competitive. It'll be co-op. It'll be fun.
Maybe dick around and Forge a little bit.
Maybe. I don't know. I never really got around with Forge.
And that's the best way to play like a multiplayer with like.
Okay, how's about you recommend a game? Let's do a vote. Let's figure out a game. Deathstalker, Justin. Come on. Loso, I know he mentioned Halo. I'm down for Halo.
You know what? Castle Crashers.
We do have Castle Crashers, but I will need a mic, LOL. That's the only thing I don't have. Okay, yeah, I'm going to set up a Discord as well for this specifically.
So you can use your phone.
So, yeah, you can just use your phone as a mic. And then, yeah, at that point, you don't have to watch this stream. Oh, dude, there you are. Dude, like a lot. Okay, Alexis. Let's see. I don't have any suggestions. I'm the wrong person to ask. Okay, well, what about Deathstalker? Come on.
And just enjoy the ride then, Justin. Enjoy the ride when it comes.
Okay. Well, I mean, you can watch too. You don't have to take part, you know. Alexis. So, hey, it's another recap. Is stream schedule or weekly schedule for the channel is going to be I'm going to upload a video every Monday. I'm going to stream every Friday. We're talking about on Fridays. We're going to start around noon. And probably about 2-3 hour stream. The first hour will just be chatting, catching up on news for the week, talking about whatever. And then the second half, we're going to be doing like a community play thing. Alexis, you missed like 3 hours of the show. You're here now. Better late than never. That's all I'm saying. Yeah, so we're trying to pick a game to play. I want to play with you guys. Probably, you know, again, we could do private matches in games. We could do co-op campaigns. We could do whatever, right? We just got to figure it out. I assume we all have an Xbox.
Oh, we got a Call.
We can all get Game Pass.
As soon as Microsoft gets Activision, we got a Call of Duty.
We'll have Call of Duty.
We got zombies right here.
Zombies, dude. Yeah, dude. The potential is there. That's what I'm talking about. I'm excited for everything Xbox is doing, but I'm not an Xbox YouTuber. Okay. Some RGT85 right there for you. But yeah, so that's what I'm looking to do. Figured, you know, racing game, whatever. I don't care the game. I'll play anything. Just gotta make it on Game Pass. Gotta make sure we can all play together.
Alexis, are you a big RPG fan?
Oh, my back. Hello. Did you all die all at once?
I think they're all typing.
Probably, yeah. Just who can get their chat out first? Here it is. First one gets $1. I'll give you. No, I got it. I got a $2 bill. Crispy. I will mail it to you. Alexis wins it. I don't really like the turn-based style. Oh yeah.
And that's older RPGs, but I was just wondering because I'm streaming Final Fantasy 16. I know a couple people here once.
Did we all? Hey, we got too quiet. You know, got too quiet.
But it's like I'm streaming Final Fantasy 16, and I know there's a few people in the stream here that want to watch that gameplay.
Yeah, that's another thing. Is any game if you are interested in. If I'm not playing, he probably will be. We've learned that we kind of balance each other out really well. So it's one of those things where like between the two channels, you know, when we're trying to 16, how good. Check his stream out.
Amazing.
It's good. It's good.
I'll be streaming later tonight. Daniel will put a link to my account in. I'll aim for 7 p.m. I'll try to be home.
Yeah, he's gonna leave he's at my house. He's got about an hour drive. So
I'll aim for 7 p.m. Come join and watch. It's an amazing game, and I would love to have some commentary with people because that's another thing. It's like I want to be an interactive game channel too. I don't want to play games I want to play, but I want a community to interact with. I don't, yeah. Yes, I would. Honest truth, I would recommend buying it. It's the combat. Just in the beginning, the combat's fluid. Yeah, I will admit a lot of first 3 hours is just like any other Final Fantasy. It's very heavily story driven at the very beginning. It doesn't open up right away. But it's a free-flowing combat system. It's actually very simplified. I would say it's even better than like Final Fantasy VII Rebirth's battle system. And but it's very fluid. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Shredders.
Dude, I'm so down. Yes, I would play that. But to touch on the Final Fantasy 16, to put it simply, I've never played a Final Fantasy game in my life.
Okay, so that's Pacific Time Deathstalker, so 3 hours difference. So if it's 10, that'd be 10 p.m. for you.
You do really
I normally stream around 3
yeah, that's right.
I normally stream around 3 p.m. And that's on Thursday, so that'd be 6 p.m. for you.
Yeah.
But
that's why I went with the noon, because I knew that... Actually, I think all of you are further east than me, because I'm in California.
Yeah.
I'm on the West Coast, so I'm pretty sure all of you are east, so I picked noon, because I figured that was, like, not too early for me, but also not too late for you guys. But yeah, 7 p.m. you might have to... that'll just be tonight, though, I think. Normally, yeah, he streams at 3. But yeah, Final Fantasy 16, I watched a little bit of his stream when I was in the middle of doing stuff. And just from what I saw, it piqued my interest, which is the least... The last game to do that was Final Fantasy 15. The only part of it that piqued my interest was when I saw all the dudes in the car driving around. I was like, oh, that looks fun. And then I was like, yeah, whatever. But yeah, the fighting mechanics and stuff.
It is about a 1/8 driving simulator.
Perfect. I'm in, right? Hold on. There was also Justin. Also, he said, I'm not a big fan for online gaming, but I'll still see what's up with playing the community sessions. And that's what I'm hoping to do. Is I don't want this to be... You know, I'm not trying to do a whole...
South of Mississippi.
I'm from this... Yeah. I don't want to do, like, just... We all get in a party and play Call of Duty, right? Like, I mean, I'm not against that. But my goal is to do, like, more cooperative stuff. Or even...
Laid back, fun stuff.
Just chill out.
Not trying to be competitive. Pennsylvania.
Oh, you know what? Deathstalker? We might be moving to Connecticut sometime in the next couple years, so... I know that's nearby, so we'll see. Uh-oh. What happened to the music?
Remember one of the songs just has a long-ended pause at the end?
Oh, you're right, it does. I'm just glad the music's working. It was so bad before. But yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited to do that. I feel like it'd be fun. I feel like it'll be something to look forward to each week, you know. I feel like we're all here because we don't have... I don't want to say we don't have friends, but you know what I mean? Like I feel like I want to make this like a family sort of thing. I want to make this a community.
There is a difference between physical friends and online friends, and you can have online friends. That is fine. I got plenty of online friends. I'm not gonna lie, sometimes they fight over me, and that's part of my problem with gaming online too. I do have a lot of friends. I'll be trying to play Call of Duty with Daniel or another friend, and another friend would be inviting me to Apex. It's like, I promise I'd play them with Call of Duty right now. And then,
I don't have that problem. I don't play online games with anybody except Antonio. And even then, I barely do that. So,
and like the last time we were playing online, I was like, my friend Christian, which he knows him too, was like, "Hey, you guys want to join up and play?" It's like, yeah, let's all do that.
Oh, speaking of that, I did want to. Now that everyone, I think you guys are like the core audience here of the channel. My gamer tags, all that junk, have changed across the board on everything. I have yet to update it on YouTube. My channel's going through a review right now. But for everything else, my name is Housewolf. Let me put it in chat real quick. So you guys, this is going to be on PlayStation, on Xbox, Twitch, here eventually, Twitter. Boom. There we go.
Why is it like just playing the beginning of our stream?
It's because I would have to scrub through about it. I don't care what YouTube shows. It's working for them. That's all I care about. Yeah, sorry for some of my things not linked. Loso Banks. Yeah. So try to get everyone's gamer tags in the chat. Let's all add each other. Yeah, I'm changing I want to be unified, and I understand that Villalobos...
Is that his Xbox, Loso?
Yeah, that's his Xbox. But yeah, it was before Utita, but the tit was being flagged on some things as like a bad word or whatever, right? So I was like, okay, can't do that. And I was gonna do D Villalobos, my D in my last name, but Villalobos can be a little complicated to like, hey, that. So I figured House Wolf. The story behind that is I had a friend when I was working. I used to be a manager at a McDonald's, and one of my coworkers, he just came in one time. I've had dreams of doing this. What I'm doing now, 16, 17-year-old me would have be so proud of me right now. But I've been wanting to do this forever, and I would always talk about how I'm gonna be a YouTuber someday, blah blah blah. And he was like, "Oh, you need a good name." I'm like, "Yeah, I don't know what." And my name Villalobos means Village of Wolves, and he just came up one day and said House Wolf, right? And kind of like a house cat, right? Domesticated. Yeah.
On NBA right now.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's kind of the story around that. I figured it's easier. I just spell it weird because WOLF is taken by other people across different platforms. So I was like, what is one that is just open across the board? And I went with this one. So, yeah, that's my gamer tag. I'll put Antonio's in here as well. I can't chat in... I can't chat via Streamlabs. I have to open YouTube to do that. What's your thing?
So...
He's got different ones.
My PlayStation is killing at 3.
Alright, so that's his primary console, so we'll just leave it at that for now.
That's because my Xbox is right there.
Killant 3, and then... Oops. Oh, I need my numbers for that. Can you go to mine real quick? Devaro.
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 5, 4, 6, 3.
Okay, so that is Antonio's. PlayStation is Killant 3, and then Devaro.
3073.
And this is my gamer tag on Xbox. House Wolf number... What the fuck? 3073. There we go. Okay, and then that's my Xbox. But House Wolf is everything else. Just Xbox puts those stupid numbers. So, hold on, where's my Streamlabs? Here we go. Okay, cool. So that is that. You can message
How long have
me.
we been going for?
This is a 2-hour stream. Why?
You want to give them a half-an-hour special Battlefront 2?
Battlefront 2? What do you mean?
Pause the video and move the camera to the CRT.
Oh, play some... Okay, alright. Antonio wants... Okay, we've been doing this thing on the PS2, which is actually in the living room. On that,
Okay.
Which is fine. I'm pretty sure this will work. It doesn't need to be nearby.
Okay.
But the chat won't work.
I was going to pull it up on my phone. So.
We'll just start a new one here. Antonio and I have been playing Galactic Conquest on Battlefront 2 every time he comes over. He wants to know if any of you would want to watch that. We're at 2 hours in, so at this point, I think chit-chatting, not much else to say. But when it comes to, like, we could do some gameplay, and we were going to play our round before he left to go back to his place. If you guys want to watch it. Okay, Justin, I want at least 3 people. 3 people, come on.
Deathstalker.
Did everyone die at once
Alexis.
again? Everyone just dead? Almighty Justin. Yeah, because I can move the camera here to be in front of the CRT. We'll just... Oh, I don't have a second PS2 controller, so we will have to go out in the living room. Here's what I'll do. I'll give you the camera, and you'll take it in the living room, and I'll look at the stream here. Let's see, I'm down for it. I need to get something to eat and take care of my dog at the moment. Okay, all right, Deathstalker, that's fine. I mean, you're here for 2 hours.
It's gonna take us a minute to set this up, so you could easily do that in the time where we're setting this up.
Yeah, if you want to come back for live, but I mean, I appreciate you. Where's Loso? Is Loso gone?
Probably just taking a second to type.
The only problem though is the microphone is on the Mac. Deathstalker, what's your profile pic?
I think we can change it.
Pic. Okay, well I think they're trying to add each other and figure it out, so hopefully. I could also just start a new stream. I was trying to add some of you. Okay. Yeah, make sure you guys get each other added so we can all, next stream I think we're gonna... And I'll do tweets and... Huh? I'll be doing tweets and community posts on YouTube with information as we go. forward. What game we're gonna be playing, what times, all that stuff. What?
I say go to this real quick.
I can. I'll have to change the microphone to be the phone's microphone.
No, I'm saying go to this real quick and hit
I'd have
settings.
I'll add the new source. I'll have to delete. This
Settings.
is Antonio.
Yeah, right there.
Device. I can use this one.
Yeah. You could,
I don't want to do that right now. I'll do that when we go.
Yeah.
Anyway. Oops, wrong thing. I'm just waiting for them. Death Stalker, add me Losu Banks with you. Okay. No, I'm thinking I might actually just start a new stream with just directly on the phone in the living room.
Okay.
Pointed at the TV.
Yeah.
Because I don't have a capture device out there, and I don't have like a laptop to bring out there, so it would be really jank. It'll be like 2006 vibes, but it'll be fun. I thought about doing live streaming walkthrough gameplay. Oh yeah, so what games? That's the thing. What games would I do walkthroughs to? Because I used to do walkthroughs on a really old channel. Didn't ever do well. Didn't go well for me. Because I am terrible at staying up with the latest and greatest games or whatever. So, I mean, if there's a game you guys all want to see that I also want to play, I don't want to do a walkthrough of a game that I'm not interested in because I feel like that's going to be bad content. It's not going to be great. So, if you guys tell me a game that you guys want to see a walkthrough on or a let's play, whatever you want to call it.
And, well, the hard part about also walkthroughs is that you have to not only play the game that you want to walk through, but you technically kind of got to beat it by yourself. Because it depends on kind of what walkthrough you want. What, 100% walkthrough? Then you're going to want someone that's played the game, beat it multiple times, and knows how to do everything by heart.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if you just want a let's play, that's a little different. Because that's like, oh, let's play this game. I've never played it. Like, that's what I'm doing with, like, kind of my Horizon Forbidden West 2. It's kind of a let's play because I never played the game. But right now, my stream for that isn't doing so good, and I'm started Final Fantasy 16, and I'm thinking about maybe starting to do a double feature because I want to beat Horizon 2, but I don't want to play ahead of where I'm at right now because I started a live stream for it.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm starting to think I want to start doing a double feature, and I might start doing that earlier, my Horizon 2 at like noon,